evening, everyone. My name is Trichelle and I'll be looking at group behaviors and how it impacts the efficiency of the running of the school. This presentation seeks to enlighten the staff of the Great Start Nursery School on how group behaviors impact the efficiency of the running of the school. Terms such as group and group behaviors will be defined, stages of group development, types of group, the foundations for understanding group behaviors, and impact of group behavior on efficiency will be discussed. What is a group? A group comprises of two or more persons who communicate and depend on each other to achieve specific goals. Stages of group behavior. Tuckman identified five stages of group formation or group development. The forming stage has two phases. Phase 1, people first join the group. Phase 2, they define the group's purpose, structure, and leadership. Storming stage, the period of intra-group conflict about who will control the group and what the group needs to be doing. Norming stage, close relationships develop and groups become cohesive. Performing stage, the group structure is in place and accepted by group members. Their energies have moved from getting to know and understand each other to working on group tasks. The adjourning stage is the stage where the group prepares to disband. Attention is focused on wrapping up activities instead of task performance. Now, there are two types of groups: formal groups and informal groups. Formal groups. These include command groups, task groups, cross-functional teams, self-management teams, and informal groups. Command groups are determined by the organizational chart and composed of individuals who report directly to a given manager. Task groups are often temporary and are composed of individuals brought together to complete a specific job task. Cross-functional teams bring together the knowledge and skills of individuals from various work areas or are groups whose members have been trained to do each other's job. Self-managed teams are especially independent. In addition to their own tasks, they take on additional managerial responsibilities. And informal groups are social groups that occur naturally in the workplace. Continuing with informal groups include friendship groups, interest groups, and reference groups. Friendship group. An informal social network formed within an organization is referred to as a friendship group. Interest group. A group of individuals may belong to the same organization, but their interest in a particular issue binds them together. Reference group. Referencing is a special type of informal group that people use to evaluate themselves. A reference group need not to be a real group that meets regularly. It can be an imaginary group. Group behavior. Group behavior in organizations usually follow the organizational norms and rules. The employees are expected to be disciplined, follow orders, and work to the standard of the organization rather than their own personal preferences. Now, there are five basic foundations for understanding group behavior. These include roles, norms and conformity, status system, group size, and group cohesiveness. Rules apply to all employees in institutions and to their lives outside the institutions. It refers to behavior patterns expected of someone who occupies a given position in a social unit. Norms and conformity strongly affect group behavior. All groups have established norms, and norms are acceptable standards that are shared by the group members. Status systems are important factors in understanding behavior. It is a significant motivator that has behavioral consequences. When individuals see a disparity between what they perceive their status to be and what others perceive it to be. Group size. The size of the group affects the group's behavior depending on the criteria used. Research indicates that small groups complete tasks more quickly than large groups. However, if a group is engaged in a problem solving Large groups consistently score better than their smaller counterparts. So then it would depend on the circumstances or the task at hand. Group cohesiveness. Research has shown that the more the members are attracted to one another and the more that a group's goals are aligned with each other's individual goals, the greater the group cohesiveness. Now please take a look at this video that sheds some light on the results of cohesiveness. So that video there just showed you that group when there's cohesiveness in the group, it results in the completion of tasks or success for the organization. Impact of group behaviors on efficiency. Now when you use a scientific approach, job performance improves. If you use an administrative approach, there is organizational success. And the theory of bureaucracy approach entails the maintenance of discipline and accountability. Let us first look at this scientific approach. And Frederick Taylor, he identified four principles of scientific management. One, replace working by rule of thumb or simple habit and common sense and instead use the scientific method to study, work, and determine the most efficient way to perform specific tasks. Two, rather than simply assigning workers to just any job, match workers to their job. Three, monitor worker performance. Provide instructions and supervision to ensure that they're using the most efficient way of working. Four, allocate the work between managers and workers so that managers spend their time planning and training, allowing the workers to perform their tasks efficiently. For example, at our school, teachers are more efficient when they are able to make judgment calls or decisions. When teachers are left out of the decision making process or are forced to do as they're told, they do not enjoy their job. And when teacher is uncomfortable, it makes the children uncomfortable and it makes the entire school environment uncomfortable. Assigning teachers also to various tasks where they have to use various skills aid in the efficiency at the school. Foyle identified 14 principles that can aid in organizational success. These 14 principles of management are what we may call the administrative theory. These include division of work. That means assigning each employee a task that they can become efficient at. Authority. Managers must possess the authority to give order and recognize that with authority comes responsibility. Discipline. Everyone should follow the rules. Unity of command. Foyle wrote that an employee should receive orders from one supervisor only to ensure stability. Unity of direction. Teams with the same objective should be working under the direction of one manager using one plan. Collective interest over individual interests. Individuals should pursue team interests over personal ones, and this included managers as well. Remuneration. Employee satisfaction depends on fair remuneration for everyone, financial and non-financial. Centralization. Balancing centralized decision making from the top with letting employees make decisions. Scholar chain. Employees should know where they stand in the organization's hierarchy and who to speak to within a chain of command. Order. Foyle wrote that the right man in the right place forms an effective social order. Equity. Managers should be fair to all employees. Stability of tenure of personnel. Organizations should minimize staff turnovers and role changes to maximize efficiency. Initiative. Employees should be encouraged to develop and carry out plans for improvement. Esprit de corps. Organizations should strive to promote team spirit, unity, and morale. His principles, that's Foyle's principles, advocate teamwork and working together for mutual benefit of the business. Foyle was one of the first people to recognize that management is a continuous process. At our school, our head teacher would usually arrange monthly staff development sessions to ensure that each employee has up-to-date training, which would make him or her efficient in their job. Also, the roles are switched up on a monthly basis or a termly basis to see which team member is efficient in which area of the job. Weber's theory of bureaucracy. This theory is a theory that's strict. It includes hierarchy, formal selection, specialization of work, purposely impersonal, and management by written rules. Specialization of work. The theory proposed that all business tasks must be divided among the employees. Formal selection. Hiring and onboarding of employees are done exclusively according to the technical skills of the candidates. Hierarchy. The theory clearly states that each layer of management has a team of employees under them. These managers are responsible for the performance of their team. Manage, Management by written rules. The theory clearly lays out that every rational organization must have a set of rules and regulations and it should be followed without any fault. Impersonal relationships. The relationship between managers and employees should be strictly professional in nature. So all the theories and all the researchers has all agreed that when group behaviors are positive, then it brings about efficiency in the job. Thank you very much. That's the end of my presentation. And thank you for listening and watching.
I am not gonna lose you again!
Dad, there's no time! It's the only way we can save Dory! I can do this!
You're right. I know you can.
Lucky Fin!
Now go! Hurry!
Tell all the fish to swim down!
Well, you heard my son? Come on!
Dory, you have to tell everybody to
Swim down together! You understand what I'm saying to you? Swim down!
Everybody swim down! Come on, you have to swim down! Swim down, okay?
Swim down! Swim down! Swim down! Don't give up! Keep swimming! Just keep swimming! That's it!
It's working!
Just keep swimming! Keep swimming!
Come on, Dad!
You're doing great, son!
That's my dad!
Come on, let's get to the bottom! Keep swimming!
Keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
Almost there! Keep swimming!
Move it, move it, move it! Hey, you there, pick up the pace! You're falling behind! Come on, let's go! Everyone, pull together! We've got a threat to on our hands! You there! Here we go! Narito na! Eyo! Wimpo! Okay, pivotara! Pomelo?